Good day, fellas. So, can't really be loud today. It's currently 11:26. No intro today. I got you a little basketball clip. All right. So, 2.3a, the economic recovery. The economic recovery and improved relations. In 1924, Europe was tense after World War I and economic troubles. Countries argued over borders and peace terms. France and Belgium occupied the Ruhr, and tensions eased over 5 years. So, the League of Nations and diplomacy. The League of Nations helped solve several border disputes peacefully. So, important nations like the US, Russia, and Germany, they were not members. So, let's talk about the economic recovery. Europe's economies were severely damaged after World War I. Many nations lost trade markets to the US and Japan. War costs caused heavy taxes, debt, and inflations as countries printed more money. Economic confidence slowly returned as people invested in bonds. By 1928, most nations returned to the gold standard. Governments led rebuilding after World War I since private businesses couldn't afford it. Let's dive a little bit into the role of the U.S. Well, it's uneven. Whatever. So, the U.S. became top economy after World War I with growing industry. They entered the Roaring '20s, an economic boom, as the historians would say. They helped ease tensions by aiding German reparations. So, now 2.3b. Let's talk about it. The aims and impact of international treaties and conferences. By 1924, finding a solution to German reparations became urgent. France occupied German land, threatening peace. France and Belgium occupied German land. So France and Britain needed German repayments to repay World War I loans to U.S. In 1924, the London Conference, which was led by Charles Dawes, and he created the Dawes Plan. France and Belgium agreed to withdraw troops from the Ruhr region. Germany's reparations were reorganized to what it could afford, and Germany got a large loan to stabilize the economy. France, they were willingly to compromise. This helped improve the European stability. Look at my new water bottle, bro. I like this white one, and this is like matte black, like triple black. This is so tough. Hold up. Quick water break. That's nice. Triple black, but it's so tough. Alright, where was I? Now, let's talk about the Locarno Conference. So, it aimed to increase European stability and security. Germany, France, and Belgium, they agreed to respect their shared borders. And in the Treaty of Mutual Guarantee, it was agreed where Britain and Italy would defend any nation attacked, giving France security. Mussolini acted cautiously at Locarno, building diplomatic ties with Britain, France, and Belgium. Italy was in danger of becoming isolated, so Mussolini helped secure agreements, becoming statesman. So Gustav Stresemann led Germany at the Locarno Conference to restore prestige while accepting the Treaty of Versailles losses. Germany accepted in League of Nations in 1926, and the Great Peace started in 1925. Treaties didn't guarantee Germany's borders with Poland and Czechoslovakia. Britain was not fully committed to enforcing the agreements military. So the Kellogg-Briand Pact in 1928 to 29. France they felt insecure after Locarno and promised a pact with the U.S. to outlaw war. The pact was open to all countries willing to join. The pact was signed by over 60 nations, renouncing war and promoting peaceful dispute resolution. France was provided protection. For Germany, USSR, and Japan, it gave recognition. For Britain, it supported peace outside of the League, and the pact lacked enforcement measures, making it slightly ineffective. So, the Young Plan, 1929. It aimed to reduce German reparations. Germany requested back Polish Corridor and Upper Silesia. Reparations were cut down to £2 billion. And the Dawes Plan control, wasn't it 2.2? It was like 6.6 to 2. Whatever. The Dawes Plan control over the economy was removed, and in 1929, France was willing to compromise on German reparations to avoid isolationism. 1923 to 29 was the international tension. That's when it decreased. And then tensions remained because France distrusted Germany and enforcement of agreement was uncertain. So, 2.3c. Let's talk about it. Nice. So, 2.3c. Changing relations between major powers. France. After 1924, France took a more conciliatory approach towards Germany, accepting the Dawes Plan. Improved relations were supported by Briand and Stresemann and reflected in the Kellogg-Briand Pact and the Young Plan agreements. Assurances from Britain and the U.S. were uncertain, leaving France feeling vulnerable. France created the Little Entente for security. Treaties between Russia and Germany worried France about revolution and Germany's recovery. So, for Britain was suspicious of the USSR and its ties with Germany. Diplomatic relations established in 1921. Britain broke off relations in 1927 over USSR support for Indian independence and restored in 1921 after a trading agreement. The USA. The U.S. claimed isolationism, but still influenced global affairs to protect its interests. Trade and investment grew in 1920s, encouraging European economic recovery. The U.S. loaned Germany money. Stresemann accepted Versailles terms and guaranteed borders, boosting Germany's trustworthiness. Germany joined the League as a permanent council member in 1926. And the USSR, finally. They remained largely isolated in the 20s. European powers feared the spread of communism, especially due to the USSR's ties with Germany, and the U.S. didn't establish diplomatic nations until 1933. So, the USSR, they resented being excluded from Paris Peace Conference and the League. And that's all for today. Hello. Nope, that's about it. Alright. Wonderful seeing you guys again. Hold on, let's go one more jump shot. Or should I throw it off the backboard? I'm done. I'm sorry.